Facebook is up. YouTube is up. Twitter is up. We're always waiting on Twitch and LinkedIn. LinkedIn, there you go. Come on, Twitch, you the last one dragging a day, and there it goes. Last one, we're up. Peace and good morning. Welcome to This Is Getting It. Ooh, that's not what the name of it. Welcome to Getting It Together. Been about almost a week now. Man, took some holiday time off, even though I don't celebrate holidays. That's when everybody else is down, so I figured it's a good time for me to take a minute and sit down. What are we talking about today? Not much, to be honest, man. I really want to get to reading, and I'm doing this to make sure that I get to my point of doing my reading today. Reading, breaking the habit of being yourself, and I am going to do it from a new location today. I usually don't do it from this secret cave right here, but this one, oh, you know what? I said I was gonna fix the focus on this before I got going. You know what? Watch this. Dun dun, magic. Um, I lost my train of thought there, but what I'm doing, let me just give you the usual intro, and then we'll get into it. Right? It's not a lot that I'm getting into today because it's a holiday thing, right? And I want to read. And let's see about this light too. But what I'm doing is called Getting It Together. Too much light. Babe's still asleep. Well, not asleep, but she's still laying down. Let's not do it to her. What I'm doing is practicing my streaming. I'm practicing testing some tools like Restream.io and OBS for streaming. Doing this for some of the communities and projects I'm working on next year. For example, House of Fluid Reflections. It's the primary. That's my home base. Gray Skull. That's might as well be where my left foot stands when it comes to home base. Then we got some of the other communities that I'm really starting to get sink into and become a part of. You've got the Rap Heads community, you've got NFT Voices, really just finding people to build with, and excited about finding people to build with, and diving in with both feet. So what I'm doing is practicing getting the streaming part together, because I know this is something I can offer to all the movements. So I'm practicing with OBS, practicing camera presence as well, so I can do more than just what I've always wanted to do, which was just expect somebody else to jump on camera while I do all the tech stuff. That hasn't worked, so that's why you see me here on camera. But what I usually do on here is give a quick recap of some things that I have going on in the different communities, maybe talk about a topic, and then get into the reading. We're going to do it a little shorter today. I am going to take you through just because I haven't done my a walkthrough to see where I stand on my work for the day. So I figure I'd just let you ride shotgun, getting it together. You guys are actually getting to see me live and direct, getting my shit together. So let's switch over to the browser real quick. As you know, I'm using my trusty tool Trello for my show notes and for my to-do lists and everything. This morning I was going to pick from one of my topics in my topic bin. But I figure, you know what? The amount of time it was taking me to pick and choose from there and think about which ones, maybe decide, today is just go time. Let's just go, because I got a lot to do today. So let's switch over to the planner. Alrighty. So on the planner, played around in it a little bit yesterday, but some of this is mess from last week, man. To be honest, I've got to do a little bit more organized, but I still have, one thing that I really want to do, which is edit and release more of that convo from my conversation with Buddha last week for the Temple Tape single. Haven't gotten back around to that. There's so many other things that are on the edit table and on the edit block that I feel are more time sensitive. Got the single out and got really good response from that, so I appreciate that. That means a lot. That was like I said last week, that was a sentimental one, so I'm glad to have finally gotten that one off my chest. It's one I've been trying to get off my chest for years, honestly. It's one that I didn't feel was complete for years, and finally feeling like it was complete thanks to Zoe's contributions, for giving me a second voice, for Buddha for coming through and creating that historical loop close or circuit completion, and then Yanni for making the amazing visualizer. That visualizer is well beyond anything that I ever could have conceived, and it was exactly what the song needed to allow me to put it out in the state that it's in. Unmixed, unmastered, straight raw, 90s style, straight to cassette, MCing over a real raw dirty beat. So glad I got that out. Gotta get the convo piece out, finish the convo piece out because it was an important conversation. It's a hard one for me to edit though because there's some sentimental parts in there, some pieces that I'm cutting out of there because I just don't feel like everybody's pain is something everybody needs to see. So that I'm having to, be very judicious about how to use that editing knife. So it's an emotional edit. So I'm taking my time with it, being patient with it. Still goal to get it done and out by the end of the year, even if I just have to drop everything, or if I have to just say, you know what, some of this just isn't coming out. I'm trying to close that loop at the 25-year mark. Um, Grayscale, you're in countdown. You guys can't see that. If you're there, you didn't see that, all right? You didn't see that. Tell me you didn't see that. Okay. All right. So, got to pick my big rocks for today. My other big rocks. So, I do want to finish something on these pitch decks, but I'm also meeting with Malcolm today. You know what? I've got a lot of meetings today, so I'm not gonna put too much on myself. I'm gonna see if I can sneak some time in on these pitch decks, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to do that. Creating my weekly events. I wanted to show you guys some of the updates and changes I made to the list too. If you notice here, this was my personal list last week. It was called personal because that's how it came in the template that I used. Remember, I used this daily task planner template right here, and you got 3 columns with it, and I've been customizing that ever since. So I've changed the personal column to this week. I've created a recurring task section in there for the tasks that I can just throw up under here, under my daily recurring task, for example, and for each day that I know I want to do them. For example, if today was the day to clean the bedroom, I would throw that on there. As a matter of fact, today probably is the day to clean the bedroom, so it's going on there. Clean the bathroom, I did that the other day, so once I finished it, I put it back under recurring tasks, so I have it available for the next week or next day, whatever. I did this one, creating the weekly Discord and website events. There's only one event this week. Actually, there's probably more. I just thought of this. There's Gray Skull's Gray Space that happens on Thursdays. I create a weekly event on Discord for that, and I just started creating a weekly event on our website for that. I'm actually going to add the Rapheads Twitter space, and so, co-hosting that with King Mizzo and Damon often. So let's put that in here too, so I know to make sure that happens. And I'm going to put it back on the schedule for today, to make sure it gets done. I'll finish fleshing this out, but what I put in here is the name of the event, the time, location, usually if there's a link, and the description. I'm going to end up changing that link for the Zoom now that I see that I've just exposed it to the world because it's a private space. So I'll put that back on today's list by dragging it down to Wednesday. So I know I have to create that. There may be a couple more. For example, this Color of the Blockchain meeting is something that happens every week, but that's not public, so I don't have to worry about that. Trello calendar integration. Started looking into that, but I want to finish looking into that. I think I'll finish that today. The 2 or 3 Trello tutorials I don't have on my plate for today. I'm going to push that back to tomorrow. Pulling clips for Getting It Together, the Trello walkthrough. I might try and do that this morning still because I wanted to actually have that ready for my meeting with Malcolm. I'm meeting with Malcolm at a certain time today. As a matter of fact, since that's now a recurring weekly thing, I'm going to go ahead and create a card for that. So just call it Malcolm Weekly Meeting. And since I know it's happening today, we'll drop it on Wednesday. That way I just know it's on my list to do. And that means I'm not doing editing for that today. This Kitty Part 2 thing keeps getting pushed, but we talked last week. She's cool with that. So that's there. I have a weekly that I have to start working on with Mizzo too. So let's go ahead and just put that on here too. And then I have a weekly Gray Skull call. And then I have Gray Space. The things that I know are happening on these days, I'm just going to put on here because I'm learning that now that I have a visual representation of what my days look like, when I see something that looks like today looked just a second ago where it has like 10 cards under it, I know that's an unrealistic day. So I know I have to spread stuff out. So I'm going to go ahead and, especially because sometimes I overload myself on Wednesdays, which is a late night and Thursday's a late night when I have the gray space and gray skull calls. Um, if I have a visual representation to remind me early in the morning, then that'll help me make sure that I keep some space in there to rest and to, to human as part of my day. Weekly with Mizzo, I know we're gonna do that here. We'll do one. For, yeah, we'll do one of these days. I'll look at tomorrow, see if I can get that in. But I need to schedule a weekly with Mizzo as well. As much as we're working together, we're realizing we gotta do some things together. And we have no guests for the Rap Head space yet this week. We actually may go without because we have some updates to do on the mixtape, and we got a couple other things we talked about doing. So that might not fit the agenda. Oh crap! Hold on. I was planning on doing something with this golden hour light this morning. I want to make sure that I didn't miss it. Uh, it doesn't look like it's gonna land the way I'm expecting it to land. It's cool what you guys are gonna see me create with that. All right. So looks like I'm somewhat organized for today at least. I'm gonna go back through this some more and do a little bit more organizing. Um, and one other thing that I did. So you see, I just spoke about the this week column, the personal column that was changed to this week. I also took that name because the this week title was actually on the third column, so I changed that to next week. That way I can plan for the next 2 weeks. If I know I can't get to something this week, I know that it's a priority for next week. So bada boom bada bang. um or I guess what's the name, what is my man Mizzo say? He says bada boom bada bango. He took it and twisted it. Palm trees and mangoes. I'm looking for a specific event. Looks like I'm not gonna find it. I'm not gonna keep you guys on that ride. So real quick, let's go back to Getting It Together. You know I have a template for the things that I want to cover for the day, so let's just take a peek at it real quick. Gratitude. Um, Man, it always starts with Yanni and Zen. They're the first things I see every day, and they're the first things I'm thankful for every morning. On top of that, a roof over my head with some heat and some warmth. It's cold out here right now. Um, I'm fortunate to have that roof over my head, the mobility to move in and out underneath this roof and out of the house. Fortunate for that. Fortunate to have the mind that I have and the ability to think and to play with ideas and to create. Fortunate and grateful for the people that I have around me who are just either showing love or building with me. Um, these are all things that I've had to learn to really, really come to appreciate. Now, I want to say I'm thankful for my man Roger, man. Went out and caught up with him for lunch yesterday. First time I saw Roger in probably 10 years, nearly 10 years. He let me know yesterday. It's been since around 2013. I was like, damn, didn't realize it's been that long. But he and I have been connected electronically since then. So I guess um, because I'm, half man, half machine, I sometimes it just doesn't register to me that there hasn't been a personal connection. So it was good catching up with you yesterday, Roger. Thank you, man. Um, so grateful for a lot. And if I had to keep on running that list, I'd probably be going for another week or so. Um, I am not doing tips of the day. I don't know if I'll ever be doing those. I didn't feel good about those. Question of the day. People keep saying they love questions, but I just haven't had time to think of them, and it's not a priority, so that may not come back. Yesterday, you just heard part of yesterday was catching up with Roger. Another thing from yesterday is closing up some work I've been doing on my website. I've been adding services to my website finally. I've had people say, "Yo, hey, you create some dope stuff, but what do you do? I don't know how to support you. I mean, how do I, buy something from you?" There was merch, right? But merch really isn't that big a deal to any of us. But it's cool merch, and it's nice to have somebody walking around with the flag on, showing that they're a member of your family, a member of your community. But I wasn't sure what services I wanted to perform, um, that I would feel happy performing, where I wouldn't fall out of love with that type of creation or that type of work. And I found some pathways on a lot of this. And then I thought about something else that I'm doing, um, that's could be a service that somebody would pay for. That is a service I'm sure some people would pay for if they understood the value of it. So I'm gonna show you guys those probably tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna go through that right now. I do want to do a little bit more brushing up, but if you want to take a preview, I'm doing it live. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not trying to do any special secret reveals with it. So go check out dragonspitchfork.com. You'll see it on there. Speaking of hiding things and special reveals, let's move on to Grayskull. If you're looking at social media, look at the timers that we have going on. We got some countdown timers. Everybody in the cruise is posting them. Pay attention. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Got some reasons for you to smile. There are definitely reasons for me to smile. Um, Keyword tray bag. Um, Today, what's up today? So you know I got the meeting with Malcolm today. Um, and I've got a couple other meetings. I'm introducing a couple people who I've recently started getting in contact with, who are both on the social good, working hard on the social good front. One of them connected to the Cardano network. Morning, Miguel. Peace. Good morning. How you doing? Looking forward to talking to you today. And Enoch, brothers on a real hard push. He's a really dope creative artist, but he's on a really dope hard push to bring awareness and open up some really important conversations on the subject of autism. Met him during one of the mental maintenance spaces last month, and well, not met him, but had the first chance to talk to him about autism in this space, and the connection was it was there, man. I'm really excited about building with him and helping him build for that purpose, and learning, you know, whether or not autism or ADHD, any form of what they call neurodivergence, plays a role in my life. If you know me, you know I kind of I'm on the fence about even using the term neurodivergence, but digress. So today, introduce them, see if there's some things they can do together. I'm really hopeful that that there'll be some opportunities that'll pop up over there on that side of the fence. This Grayskull this evening, and then there's something else on my calendar. I forget what else. I got one or two other things, so it's a pretty busy day. I'm definitely gonna find a lot of moments for rest in here today. Um, HFR, nothing on the calendar today, but I haven't spoken to you guys since last week. Yanni finished all of her training activities for her yoga teacher training. She submitted everything. So there's a chance that we should hear back about her certification. We'll get her certification certificate before the end of the year. I'm hoping we'll get that. But, you know, either way, she's going to get it. She killed it. She rocked it. It was amazing. Her mother and I were her students for her final exam class. I don't know if it's an exam or what, but her mother and I got to be the students, and she gave us a dope class. Really helped me realize how much I'm not doing yoga as much as I need to right now. So um, it was dope. It was a dope experience. I'm excited about more and more of those. I told her I want classes weekly now, and can't wait to incorporate what she's learning into the service offerings with HFR, the ways that we help the people in our community and add value to their lives. So excited there. Not much else on the HFR front right now because she deserves a rest. She just busted her butt for like 30 days straight to finish this training. And day and night she was on lockdown. Oh, she's waking up. Don't let her see me talking about her. You want to say good morning? No? She said good morning. Oh, I took away your agency. I'm sorry. Um, so HFR, you'll get more updates as she finishes getting herself back together. I'm trying to just kind of ease back right there. Although we did finish writing up a brief last week. She helped me out with that. We have one more piece to do on that. It's just a quick little brief that we're going to use for our pitch deck to hand out to people, just to kind of give them a brief understanding of what we're doing and what we're building over here, in case it opens up some doors for new connections, opportunities, whatever the case may be. Rap Heads community had a community meeting yesterday. Anything notable from there? A lot of updates on the mixtape. You'll get those on Friday Space. Come to Friday Space. I didn't take any notes. Like I said, this is raw. Me jumping in here raw. NFT Voices down for the winter. Everybody's enjoying family and holiday time, and I'm sure everybody who is taking those breaks deserves it. It's a lot of hard work and entrepreneurial minded people in that circle, and people who are just putting in a lot of time, who deserve some time to themselves, so that they don't become slaves to their creations. So that's it. And the creative wellness coach service thing, this has been on my list forever. I can finally take it off of here because I've done the write up. It's not creative wellness coach that I'm using as the title now. I'm doing creative support specialist. I figure that works a little bit better. It may include the word wellness in there just so people understand that I'm not just about the services and I'm not just a business entity but that I really care about the person, and I really want to make sure that you, the person, make it to being a creator or to creating, that you don't put that being a creator in front of you being a person concept, coined and pinned by Yanni, of course, with the rehumanizing creators mantra. But yeah, man, that's it for what I got to do to get it together for the day. I am going to shut this piece down, and I think what I'm going to do is what I've been enjoying doing recently, which is breaking this down. So you've got the getting it together part. Let's switch over into breaking the habit of being yourself, but let's stop the stream, restart it with it titled appropriately, so I can get my morning reading done and get on with my day. Hope you're having a good one. Hope your holiday was great, and peace, love, and all that.